Okay, hi, hello. I'm gonna put this up over my thing so I don't keep staring at myself because it just makes it look worse. Anyway, what you're here to see is if my ward's gone. And yes, it freaking is. Anyway, if that's all you came here to see, this was not the hand that I was on, but it was this one, but just in case you thought I was lying, that's why I showed both of them. That's all that you came to see, then goodbye, love you. It's gone. It's been gone for 2.5 years. It reoccurred at the 6-month mark when I took it off the first time. Anyway, that's it. Goodbye. Anyway, so if you want to stick around and hear a little bit more about kind of like what I did, go ahead and stick around. This is going to be a totally unedited video, and I've done this like 4 times trying to make it like sound right, because I don't want to edit it. So we're going to go with that. It's kind of hard for me to do that because I don't have a Mac and I use, anyway, doesn't matter. Moving on. Okay, so when it reoccurred at the 6-month mark, let me start at the beginning. I was 17 when I made that video. Now I'm 20. It's been 2.5 years since I've even had a singular wart because it's just gone. And this is amazing because I've had warts since I was when I was in elementary school, and I think I got them around, when was that? Either 3rd or 4th grade. So I was like 9, 10-ish. Okay, so if that tells you anything that you need to know, then good for you, I don't know. And they started just about here. I'm gonna move on so that we can talk about this later and then you can hear what I did. Okay, so about the 6-month mark, after I removed it the first time, I followed my video to a T. When I first put on like the first dressing, I don't know. When I did it the first time, like I was all prim proper with it, and I did liquid wart remover, and then I cut up the pad to put on my finger, and all was good and dandy, whatever. Waited 2 days, and then I was gonna change it, but I was going through a lot at that time, so 17 years old, I was a senior in high school, and I was just freaking sick of it, because I was taking college classes to get my associates, and I was in school to be a medical esthetician, which is 1,200 hours, and so I had to do my online college. I had to do college online while I was in school. Like literally I would do stuff in school. Moving on, not important. So I was sick of it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna be lazy. So I just put the salicylic pad on when I changed it for when I changed the dressings. And it worked just fine. So this is a way more simple process than even what I mentioned in my first video. If you still want to overkill it and put all this stuff on, like I would probably do, I still have the wart stuff in my cabinet, like just in case something happens. I literally haven't needed it though. So that's nice. But if you really want to overkill it, just go for it. I'm going to try to keep this video super short because I know this is annoying. So that's all you really need to know at this point for like what I did at the reoccurrence. Like I just took care of it. This has kind of been a theme throughout my whole life, like I was telling you before. Again, you can leave if you want to. But when I first started getting warts, I got them all around here because I got them on both hands. I would play on the bars on my elementary school playground, and I literally think that's where it came from because it was literally just all here. And kids are nasty. Yeah. So I think that's how that happened. I looked it up. Oh my gosh, I have a story to tell you. So I know I'm not that interesting. So literally if you want to click off, just go ahead. But what happened was I went into my derm, and that's when she told me like how to do all this stuff with like warty things. And she was like, you know, warts are from the HPV virus. I was 16 when I went in for that. And then that was like, so I was 16 when I went in for that appointment where she told me what to do. And then I was 17 when I made the video. So that's the timeline. Now I'm 20. Irrelevant. So, and she's like, you know, that's the HPV virus. You know what an HPV virus is? It's usually like a sexually transmitted disease. Again, 16 years old. And like I had told you when I was like 9, 10, 11-ish is when I first started getting warts. So I told her that, and she was like, this at first, and then she's like, oh, okay, no further questioning. Like, excuse me, you just called me a hoe. So I'm gonna need a little bit of time. I didn't realize that at the time though, because I was just 16 trying to get something done. That's how I always am though. I just like ignore until later, and I'm like, they totally dissed me. They called me a slut. Like, that's rude. Anyway, I live in a really conservative state, if you can't tell, because doctors do that to you. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Well, that's what happened then, and that's how I got warts, I think, because obviously I was not sexually active when I was 9, 10, 11. So, yeah, maybe people shouldn't judge. I mean, like, it's obvious, but like, I don't know. This video is already too long, and I'm gonna stop before I like keep talking way too much. Yeah, I'm just gonna say one thing. I was super quiet in my first video, and I'm really sorry about that. I was 17, again, super shy, didn't think anyone was gonna watch it. Also, my entire family was sleeping, and now it's just my husband downstairs sleeping in the basement because it's warm in our house, so we don't have our bedroom upstairs in the master yet. But like, it works because it's literally so cold that my eyeballs get cold when I'm trying to sleep at night. But none of this matters. If you stuck around this long, love you. Anyway, I'm gonna shut myself up before I go too far. So I don't even know what my original train of thought was. It's 2 in the morning, probably 3 actually, and I have work at 8, and I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I'm gonna say goodbye.